movie.
Everyone, and welcome to Horror After Midnight. I'm your host, SaWgUy. Yeah. And joined by my good buddy KC and our good buddy SaWgUy. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
How's it
How you
going,
guys all
guys?
doing?
Doing great.
Doing good. I'm good.
Excited about this one because
Ooh, I know.
Oh, yeah, it was a lot better than last week's.
I mean, yeah, what the hell? See, I missed shit. What happened?
I was saying it's a lot better than last week's movie we did.
KC was like, "Fuck this movie, bro."
Dude, he
Yeah.
gave it a freaking 2 out of 10 stars. Was it 2 out of 10? And I was like, what the fuck? Are you serious?
I give it
Ooh.
a 4 out of 10. But
Okay,
still,
well, okay. Maybe I'm being dramatic. 4 out of 10.
still
Wow.
not great. But
Sure.
this one's definitely a lot better.
Oh, man. So what are we
Yeah,
talking
this-
about today?
Yes, it's the remake, 2006 Hills Have Eyes remake. This one's
Ooh,
brutal.
yeah.
Excited to revisit it because I didn't remember it all the way, and I was like, "Damn," It's another one where before the credits roll, shit just goes bonkers. Yeah, that poor team out there,
Oh,
See,
yeah,
yeah,
this one's up there on like the level of like the Wrong Turn series.
Casey likes his mutants, man. He likes cannibal mutants. But,
Redneck
They're brutal.
zombies.
And
I think it was. Well, all right, whatever. Let me fucking get through this and then get to it. So, let's see. Got some radiated numbers here. Hills Have Eyes, 2006 American horror film, directed by Alexandre Aja and co-written by Aja and Gregory, what is it, Levasseur. It's their English debut. Remake of the Wes Craven film, the 1977 film of the same name, and it stars Aaron Stanford, Kathleen Quinlan, Dan
Ooh.
Bird, Lafine, Buffalo Bill himself. What's up? Robert Joy, and let's see. It follows a family that is targeted by a group of cannibals after their car breaks down in the desert, the New Mexico desert. Let's see.
They had to switch it up from Nevada.
Yeah. Production companies, major studio partners, Craven, and then Madeline Films. I think it's 3 of them. Fox Searchlight Pictures distributed it. Came out in March 2006. That's an odd time to release a horror movie like this because this was pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Budget was $15 million and it made 7 at the box office.
Damn.
oh,
Made
damn.
its budget first weekend. So that's
Woo. That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
gangbuster.
Oh, yeah.
solid, bro. This is a solid movie.
Yeah.
It's like Casey and I were just talking. I'm like, I think it was really intelligent how they did it. Because the government did some crazy shit out there with nuclear weapons, man.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I guess the story goes they chased these people out of their town to do testing, and they fled into the mines, and well, they got radiated like you do, and now they're cannibals, and yeah, so
Yeah, it caused all kinds of mutations and shit. And
that guy in the wheelchair with the big hydrocephalic head and shit, like, oh,
Shit.
gross. Was it Derek Mears? This is the first movie I ever remember seeing it.
Yeah, that's how he got his start. I think when he pretty much like got his name out was doing this film.
And he's
which one was he?
the big guy with the axe. and the
Yeah.
coat
Oh, shit. I didn't recognize
Looks
him.
like-
Okay.
from fucking Goonies. Smarter brother,
Yeah, okay. That's be why I didn't recognize him. Okay.
Yeah.
Like he's one of those guys where I think when he goes into like a casting call, like he walks in and like flips the fucking table and like gets in all their faces and shit. Like I think he's one of those type of guys. Like,
Well, yeah, he's a big dude in person. Like, holy shit. I barely come up to his waist.
and like the daughter's boyfriend or the daughter's husband, man, he fucking beats the shit out of that guy, dude. Like he gets a fucking ass whipping something fierce. But,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
so
but he
it's
takes on like that whole town of fucking people.
yeah. So I don't know. First, when did you guys see it? First impressions. Whoever wants to go first.
Well, I'll go first on this one because with The Hills Have Eyes, when I first heard about this remake back in the day when it came out, I thought no fucking way. I mean, they can't, because this is what really started the trend of it, because you started seeing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and all kinds of stuff, and then after that kind of got rebooted, everybody started talking about, oh shit, let's reboot all these other horror films.
Yeah.
When I saw this film, the remake, at first I didn't like it, and I'll be honest, because it came out in March of 2006, but there was a little film that came out in the summer of 2005 known as The Devil's Rejects. And I honestly was thinking, like, there's no way. Like, they're going to fucking copy everything of Devil's Rejects, call it a remake of The Hills Have Eyes. At the time, that's the vibe that I thought of it. But, going back and watching this film again for this episode, holy shit, it was brutal as fuck. And then this is at the time where they really wanted to get their money's worth. So what they would do, they would have the theatrical DVD version you could buy, and then they have like the unrated version, and then they had that 3D effect cover where it's like regular and then unrated, where the hand's like on the girl's face and she's screaming ah.
Yeah.
And the unrated, the what?
Lenticular. Ooh.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, he's there. Now he's not. Oh shit, he's there. Now he's not. Yeah.
That was the time to live in, man, because DVDs were fucking hot. They didn't have HD DVDs yet. They didn't have fucking Blu-ray, 4K, none of this shit. So you had two versions you had to pick up: the movie theater one and then unrated. And unrated would show like some of the deleted scenes from the original, but then it would also extend some other scenes that were fucking brutal, And when I saw this one, I was just like, holy shit, okay, like, it's brutal, because that's when that type of film was coming out. You had Hostel that came out in January of 2005. Devil's
like they like to call it.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
I know. It's not torture. It's just there's a lot of gore, and they emphasize more around the gore. And Saw started that back in 2003, 2004 when it came out and it started generating buzz. Then you had Hostel that did it just for the shits and giggles. And then you had Rob Zombie come back with Devil's Rejects, completely different from, the House of a Thousand Corpses. And then when The Hills Have Eyes came out, I was like, oh, come on, man. But, going back and looking at it now, when I first saw this to now, it's completely two different films when I see it. And I fucking love the remake for what it was. And like KC said, it's not like a slow burn as the original. But with this one, it just like shit breaks loose within the first few minutes.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a precursor to the Friday the 13th intro that is just falls out.
Yeah.
It's cool, man, because I don't know, me, I wasn't expecting it. You see these guys like, one guy caught a fish, blah, 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 and all of a sudden, pickaxe, plow, comes through the dude's face. Oh, damn, yeah, this one, because I thought it was kind of a cash grab when I heard that it was coming out. And I didn't see this in the theater. My buddy of mine rented it, and sitting there, really unexpectedly surprised, like in a really good way. Like I was like, damn. Just the cast alone, you got Buffalo Bill sold right there.
Oh, wait, was she a fat woman?
Oh,
that fucking guy.
Kathleen Quinlan, she's and Event Horizon, fucking Twilight Zone, the movie and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Buffalo Bill, the same guy that played Captain Stoudemire from Monk, that plays the dad in this.
What, he played who?
The dad in the film. He's also Captain Stoudemire in the show Monk. He played the dad in the movie. He's the one that gets like burnt up and everything.
Yeah, Big Bob.
Yeah.
I know he's Ted Levine. I know he's in Heat.
Okay.
And,
I just didn't know which one was Buffalo Bill, because they're all the fucking deformed faces and shit. So I didn't like look into the names.
That damn makeup.
That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got that voice. Like he's really got a very unique voice when he talks. And He'll always be Buffalo Bill. I don't give a shit what anybody says. But I don't know. What'd you think, Casey? We already know you love the fucking shit out of this movie. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. Compared to the last one, great movie. They even put some of the same things into it that are in the original, like the one guy that rips off the damn bird's head and drinks the blood, just like in the original. That was kind of cool to see that.
Robert Joy, I
But
think it was last time, but he's in Land of the Dead.
okay,
Shooter Charlie. Couldn't think of his fucking name. But it's fucked up, man. And like, I guess birds are like a delicacy because he sees those fucking birds. He's like, drops his box of shit, and he's like, oh,
yeah.
like, oh damn. But it's brutal, man. I think it's.
Oh yeah, from start to finish, fucking brutal, amazing gore. Actors are, great acting. The story and all was great. The whole like ending sequence with like the husband or whatever that goes out to try to get his kid back. He basically just goes fucking nuts and kills damn near every fucking body. Great all around movie. Loved everything about it. Definitely a 10 out of 10 movie.
Ooh, damn. Oh,
Damn. Holy shit. This one gets 10 out of 10 and the OG gets a 4 out of 10? Bruh.
Yeah, this one's definitely way better than the original, which doesn't happen often.
Oh man. I'm tripping out on this because I'm thinking about how we were talking about the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, and Casey's like, oh.
Just like, nah.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, that one was really good.
Fucking Casey, man, you never know. You can't ever peg him for shit. You're just like, oh, nah, he's not gonna let. Nah, you never fucking know, man.
It's like, damn, this is a complete opposite of this one.
Oh yeah, well, this one, it follows like the same format pretty much of like what the original is. People drive through the desert, they break down, a lot like the original, but just so much more intense. And I guess I love the fucking gore and just like the intensity of it.
Well, I guess KP did the effects. That's top notch right there.
Yeah.
That's Nicotero went to the Savini school. But I like in this one though, they made them that they're actively doing this, like they're actively booby trapping shit to catch people and fucking. In the original, there's jets fuck them up, and it's just kind of like, oh hey, look what fell in the fucking. Okay. This one, like, they're cunning and fucking just it's hardcore, man. It's hardcore. Like,
yeah, a lot like the Hilliker brothers in The Wrong Turn, where they fucking do different shit to like get in a wreck or whatever. Like this one, he throws out like a spike fucking thing and pops all their fucking tires and
spike strips.
Yeah.
And, but Alexandre Aja, he's part of that, like the French splatter thing.
Yeah, because he did High Tension.
I love that movie, man.
God,
yeah, it's a good one.
That one, yeah, that was brutal. You had to live at that time from the early 2000s, from 2004 to about 2010, 11, because at that time, all these films, they all had this nice noir look to it. I mean, everything from I Spit on Your Grave to Devil's Rejects, even the second one, they made a second one out of this remake, which I was really surprised they were able to do that. And I was like, holy shit. But the fact that it had...
Not bad either.
No. The second actually is really pretty good. I'll give you that one too.
Dry Spit.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was on the second one of The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh yeah. Part 2. Part 2. I think it's all right.
Yeah.
It's like the one with the military and everything. It's not bad.
Whereas the group's out doing tests and stuff. I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, this one's fucking no joke, man. But you're right. There's like, it's like this, it's hard to describe. It's a sepia tone kind of thing that he shoots with, but it's like,
he uses a lot of blues.
Yeah.
Like High Tension was all blue and green on the edges, and he was just very slow to show it. With the fucking chainsaw, and it showed the girl's face just from her nose on down. You could see that same cinematography in this, just like, oh shit, like that's his trademark. And everybody kind of followed it. I mean, if you think about it, I would just think about it in this conversation right now, that this film was so good, they spawn off, different copycats like Willow Creek. I could see Willow Creek kind of taking a page out of this. Wrong Turn obviously came out a little bit before, but because of this, that's when they said, "Fuck it, we're gonna do sequels to Wrong Turn," and they're like at Wrong Turn 8 right now.
They hardcore Wrong Turn, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, this
it's
really
solid.
spawned off a lot. Yeah.
This is, again, that the director, I think, he's pretty decent, man, because he did some other stuff that I should have written down and I didn't. But it's that's gonna drive me nuts. I'll remember. I'll write the description. But he's part of that movement where it was the one guy did Irreversible, and
What movie did he do?
it's like that one's a revenge flick, but it plays backwards, and it's that was pretty wild, and it's gory, pretty gory. If you haven't seen it, guys, check it out. Irreversible.
You're not gonna forget that one. Irreversible.
Now people look it up and be like, Irreversible. But,
Oh shit.
so I don't know. I mean, it's a solid flick, dude. I enjoyed it a lot. Has a lot of rewatch, I think.
For sure, like that one scene with the damn dude that was working at the store blows his fucking head off. That shit was like looked amazing.
Right.
Oh man.
Just Big Bob, dude. When they set his ass on fire, you're just And that
I think a lot of it was. This was at a time before CGI was actually really a thing in horror movies, honestly, because a lot of it seemed like it was all practical, which really shows a lot of charm to it because they didn't start putting CGI in until at least 2010, 11, 12, around that time is when they started doing that for like fake blood if they were on a budget.
It's when you're a character with CG. You're like, what? No.
Yeah, like fucking Pumpkinhead. We were talking about that the other day. Like they killed off Pumpkinhead because of that shit. I know.
Yeah, because they rendered the whole character and just looked stupid.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is this? But the thing I liked too was the soundtrack. The soundtrack to this, I can listen to this, I can watch this movie and hear the soundtrack, and then it builds up that anticipation, that anxiety, like, oh shit, something's gonna happen. But I also kind of considered that this music is very similar to Cannibal Holocaust, where it sounds all nice and everything, and then shit's going down. And I wonder if he got a page off of that too. I mean, because so many horror movies, especially remakes, they always put their own little stamp on it and little winks. And listening to that music, it sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Just a similar sense of dread kind of thing.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck, something awful is gonna happen. Like, but yeah, yeah, dude, I dig it, man. Straight up, like, definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. The hell you watching us for? Go watch it. But come back.
Oh yeah, great movie. Fucking even the damn camper scene, like Samuel was in the original too, but this one just so much more intense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That one daughter that stabs Robert Joy, he just fucking smokes that chick like it ain't no thing, man.
Yeah.
And then when the husband comes in, she comes too, and you're like, it's like gut punch, man. Gut.
Like shoots the mom, and she goes like flying back and shit. Like,
it's good stuff, man. I dig it.
Yeah. What would you rate it if you had to give it out of 10 stars?
Oh boy, let's see. 10. I can't. Spookies is a 10.
Holy shit! You're gonna give that a 10 too?
No, I can't go 10. Spookies is a 10. That just to gauge.
I know where this is going. I already know what you're gonna say.
I'll say fucking 8, man. I'll say we'll say
better
8.
than the original.
I'll throw my hat in the ring, man. Seriously, because I like the original. I'm a snob when it comes to shit like this, and I'm like, it's a standard. Respect it. It's fucking just, it like rock and roll. That's all. How is it? It's got fucking Slow Bill in it, man. like straight up. Got their meters in it.
It's got Buffalo Bill in it, man.
You know, fucking. You better put that lotion in the basket.
It's got Jason in here, and he was the Predator. This is where you got to start.
You know, the Jason.
Huh.
But I can see why they would make him Jason in this movie because he's no joke, dude. Like the end fight scenes, he's beating that fucking guy down.
Oh yeah, running through the fucking walls and shit.
I love that part where he's by the door and he just, I'm not using the door, bitch. Like,
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
man, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see.
Ooh, you know, I'll agree with you on that one. This one, because I gave the original 7 out of 10. I got to give this one a 7.5 out of 10.
Oh, see, yeah.
Just a hair off, and the reason being is because the fact that this is one of those rare times that a remake is better than the original in a sense, because Night of the Living Dead, we all know Night of the Living Dead. The Tom Savini one is fucking killer remake of the original black and white one, and that's
almost every way.
Yeah. You know, and it's the same thing with this film. When you think about it, this remake is superior a little bit by the original. I mean, the original is a little bit slower for its time. We get it because it was more about suspense and thrill. Now it's more about the kills, just doing it for the shits and giggles now. But
Like there's got to be a killer tits.
Yeah. That's what
Yeah,
Casey
something
says.
to keep me interested. I mean,
In the first 5 minutes, if I don't see tits, I don't see kills. This is a shit movie.
yeah, I like the extreme openings, like The Hills Run Red.
That's another good one too.
Great
Yeah,
opening.
About that flick.
Just like this one's like an awesome opening.
The Hills That Run Red, that actually came out the same time as this film too. So I could see how like the hillbilly radiation people, you know, how it kind of went on its own thing. You know, back in the day when 2010 came out, everybody wanted to be fucking zombies because of Walking Dead, and that shit did not die. It's still going on, hanging on for dear life, like the 80s. But you know, at that time, hillbillies was the thing. Hillbilly horror films from like 2005 to like 2010, 11, and everybody had their own spot for it. You know.
Dude, Woods, fucking, you know, hack and slash guy.
Yeah.
No, that's a tried and true trope, man. People love that shit.
Oh yeah, and it inspired something. You know, I could go as far as say it inspired something like Hatchet. You know, when you think about Hatchet Face, Victor Crowley.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because the first one came out in 2008, so 2 years after this film. So it was still kind of riding on the coattails of it. And I'm like, oh shit, like, and you think about a lot of the good films that came out around that time. I mean, it all kind of throws in, and it's like, okay, now you can see who the Splat Pack was. The same style, the similar noir like coloring and everything that they did to it. This film like was really good, and it jumped on the whole remake bandwagon because I'm trying to think what other was. Oh, Amityville Horror, the Amityville Horror House. That was the remake that came out too after Texas Chainsaw. So this was really like the third horror remake of the 2000s, I think.
And it jumped on that thing where it's like, oh, based on true events.
Yeah.
That's another thing. It's like they got shit twisted.
Texas Chainsaw does, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Every movie had that on it. It's like, what?
Yeah, this happened, but it didn't happen here in New Mexico. It happened in, you know, Area 51, Mojave Desert in Nevada. You know?
And I will say this, he made the desert look creepy, just like Wes did in the original.
Yeah.
Like those vista shots, you're like, damn, that sucks. Like, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, absolutely. This is it's horror movies, just Hollywood in general, when they put movies out and stuff, they're very incestuous. They always rip off this one, or they do this, or it's the fifth time they did this movie, because it's like the old dark house turned into the black bat, and then that turned the fuck. So it's like, damn, dude, by the time by the time the 30s came around, a lot of those movies had been remade like twice and three times.
Yeah.
So it's what they know, because people bitch like, oh, they're not original. It's like they're just doing what they know.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Well, this one for a remake, it had a lot of passion behind it because it was still new in the trope, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake. I mean, we could talk all fucking day about that one. That's one of our favorite remakes.
Hard on that fucking movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amityville Horror remake. Now, give or take, that was okay, not the best. This one, they put like people that had passion into it, like for the original, and they just said, "Here's a shitload of money. We want you to remake the original, give it some nice modern flair, and just go." And they did that. Now, when you see these horror remakes, it's like, what the fuck? Like I'll throw out a random one, like the Child's Play remake. They tried modernizing it. They tried doing it so he was like a Bluetooth doll and shit. It didn't have the same trope because it didn't have the whole voodoo aspect of it.
Yeah,
What?
miss out on certain things that make the original the original. Like you can take certain things from it, but there's a core part. Brad Dourif's voice, that's Chucky.
Yeah.
As cool as Mark Hamill is, like I love Mark Hamill, man. He can do a really wide range with his voice, but that's not Chucky, dude. Brad Dourif is fucking, But
well, it's the same thing with Freddy Krueger in the remake that we talked about. Like Jackie Earle Haley, he's a small, creepy looking dude. Like see him in real person, I probably think he's fucking the real Freddy. But
he's me, so I'm terrified of him. But
right. And for what he did a great chance on that role. But the thing is just he wasn't Robert Englund. And some people that are just, like Robert Englund, he owns that role. If you try to,
he switched out. That's the thing. He's such a beloved.
Yeah, he's not like a Michael, a Jason, a Ghostface, just a dude with a mask that doesn't speak. He has his own personality and everything. You can't just replace that.
Yeah. And and that's the thing that I think a lot of people are missing in remakes is they want to sell, and give you the sizzle, not the steak. And I mean, there's some, but this is, like I said, one of the rare incidences that the remake is just as good as the original. I'm actually kind of glad we went through this one because watching the remake, I honestly didn't like it at first. Now that I watch it, I said, holy shit, like this was brutal as fuck. I mean, I was still in love with Saw back in the day, that I was a Saw fanboy always. When I saw this one, I was like, but watching back it now, like this is a really good film. Like,
you're watching them back to back, you really get to like really appreciate the remake.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I like that Wes Craven produced it. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, he had his fingerprints all over and made sure like they got his blessing to do it. I mean, what more could you ask for that you have the original creator with you, like trying to perfect his vision on it on a modern take?
Yeah, that's respect there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So go see it if you haven't seen it. I'm sure we didn't sell you on it at all.
Or the other movie, what was it? Les Rah.
Oh, Irreversible.
Yeah, there you go. Irreversible. See, I can't even fucking say it.
What's next time going to be? I know we talked a little bit about it, but.
Ooh.
So what's next? What's after The Hills Have
Eyes? We talked about either Pet Sematary or It. It was one or the other.
Stephen King.
Yeah.
What did we say? Pet Sematary first, I guess.
Yeah, because Pet Sematary would be better because sometimes dead is better.
It's better. That's right. What a creepy fucking story.
Can't wait to talk about that one.
Oh, I know.
Cemetery OG, because I want to play with you, creepy fucking kid. Son of a
fucking kid. No fair.
Cute, but he's got a scalpel and he will fuck your day up. Like, shit. Just that movie's fucking crazy. So Pet Sematary, OG Pet Sematary next time.
Hell yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Let's go watch a zombie flick.
Fuck it.
Later.